Last time on Will Save. An innocent vice becomes a vulnerable point of blackmail as Lozu reveals her gambling debts to the group. After leaving Lozu to attend to matters on the bridge, our group of adventurers, using the map of the Chimera, return to Algiata's room for more clues. What they discover is troubling. A ventilation grate shows signs of recent use, while the group discovers Algiata and Trust's next relationship before getting on the Chimera. Upon learning these revelations, the group seeks to investigate the engine room when Heerz and Nico hear a clatter from the darkness from the room beyond. Are our heroes alone? Find out this time on Will Save.
When it comes to what type of person you are, here's a question. What type of birthday person are you? Because we found out recently that a lot of us have birthdays in May or right around May. In particular, one that we will say is tomorrow, and that is Mr. Kevin Decker!
Dang,
Yeah.
that's a big one, too.
Woo! Yeah, so what kind of a birthday person are you? Are you like, oh, I don't like birthdays. I don't ever want to celebrate
I don't
them.
like to feel older.
Or like, I only want socks, or my whole month is my birthday.
Do you have a birthday week like my wife?
No, I did. I
Those are
celebrate. So my birthday is all about like gathering the troops for a good time. So I will gladly, like, one birthday party before COVID was a thing. Was at what's it called now? That place in downtown LA. The
Edison?
No, the game place.
84?
No.
The
No.
arcade place? Yeah, the circus?
Yeah. What's it called? Something
2-Bit Circus.
2-Bit Circus. Thank you. My brain's like
Yeah,
short-circuiting.
yeah.
That's in
2-Bit
Silver Lake,
Circus.
right?
No, it's in downtown LA.
Arts District.
Art District, yeah. It's great. But like that's where I had one of my birthday parties. This coming year, I turned 35. It's a big one. I don't know. I don't have plans for it yet. Should probably make those up.
Yeah, because it is tomorrow. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll think of something. It's fine.
2-Bit Circus. So join me at 2-Bit Circus.
Yeah,
tomorrow
yeah.
night.
Just everyone come out to 2-Bit Circus.
If you haven't been to 2-Bit Circus, it's a lot of fun.
I want to go. Feel like
okay, there it is. Done. 2-Bit Circus.
sounds
tomorrow,
cool.
babe.
done.
do it.
It is. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I feel like, when you're that kind of a birthday person who's just like, I don't really want to do too much, then sometimes it just passes you by, and then you're like, I should have done something. You always gotta. It's important. It's important to celebrate.
I had one birthday party at. I used to do Dave and Buster's was a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
For the specials, man.
When I
I
was
would do
like,
like Chuck E. Cheese, but like then that gets a little weird.
we talked about Chuck E. Cheese already a long time ago, like episode 2 or 3, and Nick gave us some information about their pizza.
They serve beer.
Do you secretly
They
want to do a
used
Chuck E. Cheese birthday?
Was that
I mean,
what
if
you're
it wasn't like socially awkward, I would totally do it.
I'd go with. I mean, I'll go.
I've
Yeah.
gone.
Just
I'll
do
go.
the
I've
adult
told-
version and go to Dave and Buster's.
There you go.
Yeah,
Dave
fine.
and Buster's is garbage.
Oh man, here's where like my addictions start coming out. For a long time I had an addiction to claw machines, and Dave & Buster's usually has a giant claw machine.
Did they have a support group for that?
No, they don't.
That's tough. That's tough.
I mean, like I couldn't walk past a claw machine without spending at least $5.
That could be classified
But
as an addiction.
on the positive note, I usually won.
That's good.
I was very good.
Yeah. One
It got to the
time,
point where I would like just give away the toys like to random kids. Like,
Well, that's
which,
awesome.
yeah. See,
Way to
I
be a
just feel like-
class act.
yeah. See, you're just using it for good. This is good. This is not bad. This is not bad. One time when I was like 6, my friend Colin I don't know where you are now, but I hope you've forgotten about this. We celebrated at Discovery Zone, and him and I were like best buds. And then they brought out his cake, and I was sitting right next to him.
Everything on my own.
And they lit the candles, and I was like, I can do this on my own. And they were like, what about the candles? And he was like, and I blew it out right before him. And my mom was like, Jonathan, what are you doing? She like ran over, and then like her mom ran over, like Colin's mom ran over. I had to like sit at the other end of the table.
Do you remember the jingle?
I think we left early for Discovery Zone.
For DZ for Discovery Zone.
Oh, that's a good jingle. That feels like a jingle that Nick wrote.
You're too kind, John. You're way too kind.
I can do everything on my own. I'm going DZ, yeah. Discovery Zone.
I kind of want that to be a drop. Nick, you were saying?
You're way too kind, John. You're way too kind.
That I would bestow upon you such a great...
Well, post-pandemic, people don't blow on candles anymore, right?
Yeah, right.
We just all realized that that's just gross.
Just gross that you're blowing all over everyone's cake that they're going to eat.
Well, or in John's case, you're blowing on your friend's candle, and then he blows on it right after.
Yeah, you know, hey, it was the 90s. Yeah. A lot of things were fine. You know what time it is? It's that time. We should probably get on to the adventure, unless Nick had one thing that he was trying to get in under the door here.
No, I was just saying game time. Hoop.
Game time. Oh, let's do it.
Oop.
Yeah.
If I recall,
what happened
last week?
Last week.
Let's be real. What didn't happen last week? Am I right? Am I right?
We split the party, but didn't split the party.
That's true. You did.
Kinda.
It's a little bit of a yes/no situation.
Of a wall, so that's splitish.
So think about this: you all go through. You're splitting the party.
Wait, the party's not split. We're flanking a wall.
You're flanking a wall. Important distinction, because you get a flanking bonus when flanking the wall. Should the wall attack?
Yeah.
And all wall-based attacks. Yeah.
All wall-based attacks mostly succeed. So it's going to be a tough fight against the wall. I wish you all the best.
Out of a barn.
I wish you all the best. May your characters live.
Bet you wish you were flanked
for only one more
episode. May
episode.
the odds ever be in your favor.
You couldn't quite decide what to do. Do we keep exploring the map? Do we find some treasure, some relic? Do we go and just try and get a top-down view? Maybe we try and look in on some of the security systems. You all were split, much like you're split now. And you said, well, let's keep exploring a bit of the map. Maybe some of these answers will present themselves along the way. You head down, you check out the gym. Nothing in the water except a good time, really. And then you keep going down to the engineering deck. You go through. Heerz and Nico go into one of the technical sections in which there is the drift engine, one of the thruster access areas, a lot of the computers that control some of the systems of the ship. Dr. OK and Rick, you all head north a little bit into an area that seems to be mostly computer consoles, and at the back there is a long computer screen. And I believe you all were just looking, trying to find any clues, any sense of if there's anything important here whatsoever. While Nico and Heerz, you were both more intently focused on what's wrong with the ship. I want to keep exploring the engineering section. And as we jump over to the map here on Roll20, thanks Roll20, and this great music by Syrinscape. Thanks, Syrinscape.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Syrinscape.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
ASMR.
Thanks,
We love you.
And here I
Love you. We love your maps. Such great, beautiful maps. So amazing.
There's the sound of something falling. Abruptly end our ASMR section of our podcast.
Skittles, taste the rainbow.
There's the sound of something falling maybe 20, 30 feet away from Heerz and Nico in that general area where somebody just clicked and highlighted on the map.
That was actually the sound waves of the falling body.
Nico and Heerz, what do you want to do?
Nico's going to turn around. He's going to grab his blasters from off the table or wherever he was, put them down to do his computer's checks.
Okay.
And he's just gonna kind of take cover over here next to Heerz. And just kind of...
You want to move your character over?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and he's gonna roll a perception check, too, just to kind
Okay.
of see if he can figure out where this person is.
Here's tell me what you're doing, and then Nico, tell me your perception check.
Heerz just shares a look with Nico and has some magic missiles ready, and we'll also roll perception.
Your hands kind of start to glow.
Question: Are these like? How tall are these computer desks?
Mostly to the ceiling. You can't really see too much.
All right, just checking they weren't like half covered.
That's fine. It's okay. Nico, here's what'd you get on your perception checks?
I got an 8.
15.
An 8. Okay. 15 and 8. You don't hear anything else.
Okay. Heerz is going to roll stealth and kind of sneak around behind Nico and then kind of go check it out. It's a 21.
Yeah, you seem pretty stealthy. There's no door that's going to give you away. You walk around. You walk around. You peer around this corner. There's two kind of little hallways, maybe 20 feet before you get to the wall. And the middle one, you walk through, you don't see anything. And you keep going, and you peer around the corner, and in the farthest hallway closest to the door.
By the way, Nico's
there's a
going to
little door there. That's fine.
I'll roll stealth.
You see a sort of gold object. Looks to be like some sort of design. It's intentional. Maybe like a ship or something. It's not too big. Maybe a foot long, if that. It's mounted on a rod that's mounted on a silver square base.
I got a 14 on that stealth roll, John.
That's fine. You're fine. I'm putting it into Kelly and Nick's journal right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, I
It's
want
a
to
statue.
You'll see in a sec. Yeah, it looks like a little statue. Give me a perception check. This is all happening right as Dr. OK
18.
and Rick are just starting to kind of walk up.
14.
18 and 14. Okay.
We're walking back out.
No. Just as you're walking down that little back corridor where it's like a further hallway in the back. So just fell just before, and you're just starting to kind of walk back.
Sorry, they're doing a perception check on this object. Instead
Yeah,
of like
on the object. They picked up this object.
Wouldn't that be like a history or? some
I'm
other-
getting there. It was just a perception check to see. Hold on.
Oh, it's got
Hold on.
some magic buttons or something.
So you're always getting your head of yourself there, Kev.
Am I?
Yeah. The nose of this
You're
object.
getting behind.
The nose of this object seems to be stained with blood.
What?
You all can do a life science or a medicine check if you want to see that any further.
I'm not in there.
Heerz
Yeah, I'm
will
talking
do
to
that.
Nico and Heerz.
Heerz got a
Or
27.
you can bring it to Dr. OK. Holy cow.
We won't need to. Did you say bollocks?
That I'm gonna re-roll. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna re-roll that because that fell all over.
That's
the place.
fine.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna re-roll it because it was
Cheater.
Yeah. Weird.
No, it rolled off the table.
I
and
shot
then
it,
it rolled in my-
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
It would load.
I
off
saw
the
it fall,
table.
Nick. It's okay. I got your
No,
back.
it rolled. Thank you. It rolled off the table and then it rolled in my hand. when I
Rolled
tried to
off
pick
the
it up.
table, and it was a natural one.
Yeah, and then just happened to be a 1 when it hit and then fell.
Actually, to be honest, it rolled lower the second time. It was a 12 the first
Are
time.
you
It's a
you're
10
trained in
this
life science or medicine, right, Nick?
time. That's correct.
Okay. This is particularly of interest to you because both of you give me a culture check if you're trained in culture.
I am not.
Nico, are you trained in culture?
I am.
Sure, Nico
So,
Give,
hold on a second.
give me a culture check.
Well, I came through for you this time. It's 24.
Nice. There
Nice.
you go. That is impressive. Nico, you know that this is a replica of the Adari, the massive Kasathan generational starship that orbits the Pact Worlds between Verces and the diaspora. So you know that this is the Kasathan home, more or less, here in the past worlds.
Nico's gonna relay this to Heerz. He's gonna be like, "That's strange. This is looks to be the Kasathan ship here."
Don't forget that Kiev is a Kasathan.
Kiev is not a Kasathan.
Oh, sorry.
Captain Ramim is Kasathan.
Captain Ramim is a Kasathan.
Magua, the Kasathan. No, Kiev.
No, Kiev is a...
They are a Marakoi.
Oh, you're right. That's
Barkoi.
Graf
Yeah,
is a Yosoki.
I can't keep all the alien
Correct.
races straight.
Oh, you alien races look alike.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, that's definitely what Kev meant. I want to get back to this because this is important. Here's this check. You can tell that the blood on this object, it seems as if the blood only dried recently. Maybe less than a day. And because you
Nico.
did so well, you can tell that this blood is from a Kasatha.
Oh. So
Can
he
you
tells
explain
Nico.
why? Why
Wait.
would he know just by looking at it that it's Kasathan
Because
blood?
I rolled so high.
Yeah, because he
I
rolled
can't
really
even
high.
explain how great it was.
Is it like a color thing?
He rolled
or
27.
like texture than
It's for
everybody
people
else?
who pay attention to,
Dr. OK would
For
also
people
have
that
been
know
able
the
to
difference
figure it out.
between alien races.
Dr. OK would also...
Says the guy who
Yeah.
calls everybody a rat guy.
Dr. OK probably
the
would have been
rat
able to
people?
figure it out too with your kit.
Oh, well,
So
yeah,
what do
that's
you
true.
wanna
I did
do?
call Keith that. Well,
The two of you.
Okay, go
tells
ahead.
this to Nico. He just relays it to him. He's like, "This is only a day old, and it's from a Kasathan. This blood. He was hit. I don't know, in the head, something." And I think Heerz is going to look up.
It's head blood,
He's
not
going
blood.
to. The roll was that high. It's head blood.
just trying to
he's-
clarify.
Actually, I don't know that. Is there a way that Heerz can figure out where this fell from? Maybe the ceiling, a vent, something like that.
Sure.
Like to
Give me a
do that.
To a
perception
perception. Look
All right.
As
All right, fair enough. He's
as
going to
he-
look around, especially up. That's a 12, though.
Yeah. It looks like the ceiling, you kind of reach up, and the ceiling grate does seem to kind of move a little bit.
Well, there you go.
It's at that time
well,
that-
as Heerz was doing
sure,
that,
Sure.
as Heerz was doing that, Nico was gonna say to him, "Well, when all this is over, does it look valuable?"
It looks like, I'll tell you this, a quick scan appraisal would tell you that this is mostly made out of plastic polymer. It's not really it's like gold painted.
It's 3D printed.
Yeah, it was 3D printed, as one does in the future. Here's Nico. I don't want to
like
cut
that
you
we're on
guys
the
off,
same
but if
page,
there's anything
though.
else you want to say, I was going to jump over
Good point,
to
Nico.
Say now or forever hold our peace.
Yeah, because Dr. OK and Rick, you're walking up. This screen looks interesting. Maybe you walk down the corridors, large screen, honestly, like 60 feet. And you look against the walls on the far corner, and then you walk back to the walls on the corner that you are in front of right now. And
Can we see like all of this area is clear? Like that Rick would like
sure,
strafe it, and
you're talking
he's
about the
gonna-
area in the center that's like the little twisting
Yeah, it looks like
hallways.
there's openings here.
Yeah. So as you walk through there, you do see a lot of twisting hallways and computer stations, mostly looked untouched. This was why you started to notice that the hallway to the right seemed to be the one where there were a lot of people, or where there was a lot of like activity, right? The chair seemed to be moved and everything. And as you get up to the wall here, you do see this like faint kind of outline of a door and a like some sort of keypad panel.
Can I
Rick?
investigate it?
Yeah. You walk up, you kind of it just looks very impressively sunken into the wall. It seems like it was really meant for people to not notice at all.
I rolled on a 9 on perception.
9 on perception. Doctor,
Rolled a
okay?
23.
Yeah, you all already noticed it. You can trace your finger now along the outline of the door, and you can tell this is really not meant for anybody to find at all. It seems like it's really intended to be hidden, but because of the fact that you all first rolled so well and noticed this area, and then with the map, as you look at it, and you're like, the map is circling this wall, so we're just going to focus on this wall. And because of that, you did feel like this was the best area of interest. And as you run your fingers over the keypad, you can tell that the door is locked via the keypad.
This appears to be locked. Perhaps we might employ our friend Nico to investigate or bypass. I mean, I have a computer skill, but I feel like he might have more tricks up his sleeve when it comes to gaining access to this panel.
I concur. Let's just return to...
Should we look around the rest of this room?
I have cleared out the other area.
Okay.
Never gets old. So what do you want to do? So you start walking over, and then you're going to walk back to Nico and Heerz, or are you going to keep exploring?
God, the way you say that. So I checked all these hallways.
Yeah,
you said,
yeah.
right?
There's nothing really of any interest
Well,
over there.
we can
Then-
enter the same room as them through here, right?
You do recall that
No.
leads down a certain hallway, yeah.
So yeah, we'll go through that way.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you guys walk down 2 double doors that are on the central. It's the opposite wall that Heerz and Nico found this statue, and it leads to another set of double doors at the end, a door on your right, and an opening on your left.
Sorry, the door is down here.
Nope, the door. This is the door here on the right, and then there's a double
There's
door.
2 doors straight ahead.
Yeah, there's a double door straight ahead, and then the opening on the left is just an opening in the wall. And as you walk through, you kind of piece and remember maybe this is where the incinerator is, right? This is where you guys came to drop off the bugs, the asteroid lice.
Rick's gonna step out into the hall and roll perception.
Okay.
19 plus 5 is a 24.
You don't see anything in this hallway.
Even on the ceilings?
Nope, you don't see anything on the ceilings.
Mirrors on the ceiling.
Hear anything?
Woo! You don't hear anything. You don't...
No champagne on ice.
Champagne on ice? No, you don't.
Will, it's because we're all just prisoners here of our own demise.
That's exactly why. That's why.
Exactly why.
That's why. This is just Hotel California. No, you don't see anything over here or hear anything at all. You do actually, come to think of it, you do hear something with a high perception check like that. Very faintly, you hear like ting, 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 ting. Then it stops.
From what direction?
Coming from further over this way. Like
Over here?
yeah, further to the left, past some of these little sit-down computer consoles, and past the incinerator.
I'll inform Dr. OK. I hear something over that direction. A mechanical tinging noise.
Perhaps something has been knocked loose and is... Who knows?
What do you all
I
want to
don't
do?
know how these contraptions work. It's not like I'm an engineer.
I only know how
Yet.
bodies work.
I only know how you bipedal organisms make whatever you do.
Here's a Nico. What are you all doing as you're standing there? What are your thoughts
Here's-
of what you should do?
Here's is Nico's looking over at Heerz, and he's just like, and he wants to do a full sweep of the room again here with Heerz.
Dr. OK is going to pop in to the room.
Just
So
go
I'm gonna roll a stealth check again, and just to make sure that we're not alerting anybody who put that there.
Okay.
Heerz thinks that whatever it is still up in the vents, but he is going to look around and we'll roll stealth. That's 19.
19.
Dr. OK is gonna
Nico,
just burst
what did
in
you
the
get
door.
on stealth?
Hello.
22.
22? Yeah, so both of you are trying to be stealthy, and Dr. OK comes in. Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, guys.
Yeah, so
Quick question. Do you want to help me break into something?
Dr. OK stealthily opens the door.
classic.
Nico turns sharply and looks over at Dr. K.
Oh,
And
That's
then-
what he was doing too. Quiet,
And-
quiet.
sorry. Would you like to help me break into something?
Get in here first. Get in here.
What? Why?
Bring the robot.
But
Robot,
but
man.
why?
I gotta show you something.
Okay, Hey, Rick. They want us to see something first. I don't think it's interesting, but maybe it is.
So you all show them.
Maybe it's this golden model with blood on it.
So you all here. I'll put it in all of your journals, and then I'll
well.
show it to the players.
That looks weird.
You see it on the screen too.
Is it a statue?
Yeah, it's a statue of the Adari with blood on it.
So you say the Kasathans live on the this is like the home planet?
So
is a starship?
quick little lore for people who don't know. Kasathans came and I believe they left and fled their planet. They have a very traditionalist society and they fled their planet. I forget why, but they traveled and they landed in the Pact Worlds and they said, well, we're going to take over. I think it's Akiton. And then they realized that the Pact Worlds has this whole system, and they were like, this is probably not in our best interest. So the Pact Worlds accepted them and said, well, your ship is literally like a generational sized ship that is meant to travel long distances and carry life and, contain the seed of the Kasathan people. And so they let the Adari stay in the system and kind of made it part of the Pact Worlds. And that's how Kasathans came in.
Cool.
So most Kasathans are, by now they might be born somewhere else for sure, but that is their home. That's the only home that they know.
That's awesome. So Heerz is going to kind of say quietly, whisper and point at the vent and be like, it came out of there, dropped down, and this has Kasathan blood on it. I think it's from the captain.
Could I do a life science check?
Sure. Yeah, you're probably not going to find out anything more than what you already know, that it's the blood from a Kasathan.
Recall knowledge.
Yeah, but he would know that.
I would be able to I did administer health to Captain Ramim.
True. But I don't know that you took Captain Ramim's
I
blood.
did. I believe. I mean, I injected him.
But you didn't take his blood out. I'm not trying to say no. I'm just trying to say that I don't think you have a vial of Captain Ramim's blood in particular.
Okay.
Not to
You
mention,
can just taste
Yeah,
it. No,
I mean-
Yeah, just taste it.
this
My
tastes
custom
like
microlab just does things on its own, John.
Yeah, clearly. I'm super sorry. I didn't realize that your microlab bent the rules of Starfinder.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, that was totally my bad.
It's in the character operations manual, please.
You're right. Biohackers custom microlabs can bend the rules. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Damn.
Thanks, Paizo.
Got that. Yeah, thanks, Paizo. Yeah, that's good. So what do you all want to do? You have this weapon. There's some sort of secret door.
Rick starts
there's some
shooting all the vents.
Can we seal these vents without shooting him?
No.
Nico's going to roll a perception check to see if he sees anything on his sweep.
Okay.
Same.
Let me know.
That's, oh God.
No.
10.
That's a 13 on my perception.
Okay.
Now that Rick's in the room, he'll look up at the vent and there's not investigate, right?
Nope. It's just perception.
So I'll roll perception.
I'll tell you all that you don't see anything else in the room
Or
on your
is there
sweep.
can
I got a
Survival
natural
for this?
20.
No. And
Survival
you
would
don't
be
see
for
anything
tracking.
else.
Is it bright enough to see if something was up there? Could we tell that
Follow
there's nothing
tracks.
no longer
You can
looking
use
at
survival
us
to either
through it?
find tracks or follow tracks you have found for 1 mile.
You could use survival then if you want.
I will roll survival.
It's still emergency lighting down here. There's a bit more lighting from some of the computer screens, but you don't see anything in particular from just standing there and looking up?
I have a 12. Rick will say,
You don't see any tracks.
Does somebody want to give me a boost so I can look further into the ventilation system?
Heerz will help him do that, but he also will cast dancing lights. He's going to throw some lights up there.
Okay, nice.
Cantrip. Yeah, that's all.
Rick is going to put away his, or he's going to set down his artillery laser and pull out his pistol.
Rick kind of gives him a boost. I mean, Heerz gives him a boost. And cast lights to kind of go upside Rick's head as he goes up into it.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, you don't see much of anything. It seems like this vent in particular, as you put yourself above the finished ceiling there, you do see a lot of ducts. Seems like some of the walls go above the ceiling, so there's not too much space in here. But from what you can make from the dancing lights and the eerie changing multicolored lights that are kind of painting everything, you can tell that this vent in particular, and maybe a couple others that are throughout, don't have any bolts in them. They just can be pushed up and kind of moved over. That's not uncommon.
Like they should have bolts, or the bolts were removed?
You would think that they would in the engineering section, that maybe there would be something securing them there, but there aren't any bolts.
Like, this is suspicious.
This is literally Among Us.
Like there are little places where there could have been bolts, and there are, not any in there.
Imposters hiding in the
Can
vents.
Can I reach any of them? Can I put my arm forward and push one up?
Yeah, I thought that you were going up there. You're looking up there, right? You're looking around in the vent.
I was just going to stick my head in.
Yeah,
there.
that's fine. Yeah, and then that's what you see.
I know, but can I reach forward and then push up on another panel, or?
Sure.
Or you're saying?
No, it's just this great area seems like it should have had bolts and then didn't.
Weird. Very weird.
Yeah, I'll relay that down to everyone.
Hey, let's go break into this panel back there.
Are you not concerned about this bloodied statue?
Well, they're dead, maybe. Whoever left it.
That is the concern.
Maybe they hid the body in a panel. I don't know.
I suggest we clear all the other rooms before we go into that locked room.
Did you find anything up there?
We found a door. We found a door in the wall that is possibly trying to be hidden, but it has a keypad. Possibly one of you may override it.
Yeah.
Nico, I think you might be well suited for something like that.
Dr. OK, are either you or Rick trained in engineering?
Yes.
I'd like you to come over and take a look at something real quick.
Sure.
And he's going to walk back over to the computer system he was at.
Okay.
Okay. Fascinating computer. What would you like me to do?
Nico's going to look over at Dr. OK, and he's just going to say, this system is telling me that there are some things wrong with the drift engine. However, there is a cascade of other issues as well. I can't get it quickly. I know I can crack it in the long run. I wanted to get the feeling, though, that if we spent some time in this room, we might be able to collect a lot of information about who the perpetrator is without risking further exposure, risking the fact that we may or may not be onto them. We might even find a way to solve some of these issues and get the engines back online. You think it's worth it?
I think we have higher concerns, like the creature in the ductwork or the door that we found.
Indeed.
Something's here right now.
That being said, the best thing we can do to force their hand is to give them a timetable. Right now, that person has none. That individual has no timetable. They have all the time in the world to accomplish their goals.
I see. So that restoring power would upset their plans, you think?
They wanted the engines off for a good reason. We accelerate their timetable, they might grow careless. Might flush them out.
If we put our heads together and get that done, how quickly can you get up the engines then?
We don't even know where to
I can help.
begin. You would probably need Kiev or someone else on the ship to get something running like that.
Yeah, you would know that, it's taken a day per se. It's a pretty extensive fix from what you know, Nico.
Okay.
I don't know that we can. I mean, if we have to, we will. But I think it's better to find out what's going on and restore order to its natural order.
John, would I know whether or not there's a way for me to restore basic power to the ship?
You could probably suss out an issue. Yeah, you could probably suss out a way to make basic power come back. But
all right,
just to restore lights maybe, right? But not necessarily to get the drift engine and everything back up and running.
No, not the drift engine, but to restore lights and possibly gain a little bit more knowledge or control of the security cameras or something like that. Or control of security cameras in this area.
You can't control them from here.
So,
this is about
point. I think it's important to realize that if this perpetrator is able to go through the vents and carry out any number of heinous acts, that security cameras probably won't be helpful.
There's a distinct possibility. I'm looking to try to catch this guy in the act, not necessarily track him down just as he's completing their objective.
Oh man, this is turning into a big game of Among Us.
Yeah. There's no security cameras in the quarters where...
I saw blue vent.
Emergency meeting.
I was at the security system.
Nico's the imposter. No.
I was in the security room.
No.
So
what do you guys want to do?
It's an interesting thought. I thought I might be able to get something out of it, but Dr. OK, what was it that you wanted me to take a look at?
There is a door.
There's a door
that has a security lock.
I think
all right, I can take a look at it.
Perhaps there's a secret entrance to another room.
We could certainly take a look at it.
And can we check for booby traps and stuff?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Roll perceptions.
Fucking natural 20.
Wow. Yeah, nothing that seems to be a trap here. Not like last time. There doesn't seem to be
Well, I
anything
think
wired
there's
or any
no
motion
trap,
sensors.
but maybe there is. But
Well, what was your total roll?
my total roll is perception 29.
Yeah, no, there's no traps. You're pretty confident.
I'm
You did an
very
incredibly thorough search.
I've searched every morsel of this area.
Rick is standing guard in the back. He's got his artillery laser back out.
Heerz is going to try to hack it, probably with Nico.
Yeah,
Nico?
Nico's hacking.
And
so.
I can assist,
Either
right?
give me an engineering. Sure, yeah. Either give me an engineering or a computers check.
Sounds good.
29.
19 to assist.
27.
Okay, 27 and what, 29?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's rolling high.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's impressive.
Yeah.
And I assisted successfully. I don't know.
And that was a computers or engineering
computers.
or both? Computers. Okay. You guys hack in. There's this really long AOL dial-up thing. And give me a second.
Welcome to Chimera Online.
Welcome to the Chimera Public Access Terminal.
Does anybody remember the old AOL dial-up?
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
how it haunted my dreams. Except I never had AOL.
I thought I was going to get just left hanging in the cold on that one.
No way.
I was a Netcom and Earthlink guy.
Netcom and Earthlink. Wow. So good. Okay. Gonna do something here.
Reveal the map.
And
It's a room full
I
of
won't
It's a room full of treasure.
towards
Barquest.
towards the time. Yeah, it's it's a secret Barquest club where only Barquests are
It's
allowed.
just all the eggs for the Barquest.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Fascinating.
Does anyone have a grenade?
I do.
I know that you guys are. So I'm going to move you guys.
I will actually prime my grenade to.
Okay.
I'll hang on to it.
Okay.
You're just gonna hold it, pull the pin, and walk
fine.
around with it. Just gonna pry my grenade.
Just gonna
Put it back in.
just hold it ready to go. That's so funny.
Just in case.
That's so funny. That's so good.
There is a feat, I think, that is like
Cook
cook
a
grenade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can cook a grenade.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Picture this.
If you say next episode,
What?
no,
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, please.
What you see is a door that the faint outline just slides back and then slides over to the right. As you step in to this
Music's not
room,
helping.
automatic lights click on inside
Nico's
a
gonna-
room beyond
Nico
the open
takes-
secret door. Hold on.
Nico takes out
Hold
both
on.
his blasters.
Revealing a cargo hold full of dusty boxes. Netting
Ooh.
hangs from the ceiling. And there are a few objects, tools, maybe weapons, things lying around, leaning against the walls, against some of the boxes. But as you look in, it seems to be maybe, I don't know, what is this? 60 by 40 feet wide. There's one large area in the center that seems to be some sort of a pillar.
Like an obelisk?
Like some sort of an obelisk. It seems like it's,
Freestanding,
like
or
a
is it
structural.
actually in.
No, it seems like a structural part of the ship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a strut.
Yeah,
Column.
like a strut or column. Thank you for the synonyms. Seems like something in the center is just a solid big column, and then all these crates nearby. But the most interesting thing, and this is where I'm going to move you. I know not all of you are in the right space, but I'm going to move you over. The most interesting thing is that as you look past the column, there's the form of a male Kasatha lying in the center of the room, arms twisted in painful positions, and one of their shoes missing. And there's a puddle of blood dried under their head.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll perception to see if that's
Is
the
he
captain.
alive?
I rolled
I got a
23.
21.
23, 21.
19.
21.
Okay. You are fairly certain that that's the captain's body.
Is there anything else around him?
Look.
Is there a trap of some sort?
Yeah.
Is he?
No, there's nothing. No,
Can I
he
see
looks
him?
dead. You guys can move in. There was no trap on the door that you can see.
No, don't go in.
I don't see
Okay.
the thing.
No,
That's fine.
Could we see a relic?
Is it
perhaps?
here where I'm moving in?
Chilling
Yeah,
somewhere?
did I?
you-
Oh,
yeah, we still
I
can't
see.
see.
Oh, that's why. It's because it was thing. I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
No wonder. No wonder there was no exclamation of like, what the hell? That's what you say.
Oh, that sucks. That looks bad.
You are fairly certain that that is the body
Let's
of the
go running
captain.
up to the body.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything
Everybody just-
by it. Doesn't seem
Uh,
to be any sort of.
Okay, so I'm going to
trap.
roll perception on the body with my life
Yeah.
science check. Is he alive? Is it?
Just do either medicine or perception, whichever one you want.
I'll do medicine. That was 19.
19. Okay. There's a blow to the back of his head. Having seen the instrument, the statue from before, it seems like that is some sort of a murder weapon. It fits.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
Nico's going to look over at Heerz and he's going to be like, this happened recently. We heard that clatter and we saw that statue.
Grath was the last person.
No
left
less
the
than an
capital.
hour ago.
I'm gonna search for weapons now.
Heerz is gonna look for more vents or any signs of anything else kind of creeping around in here.
Okay, everyone give me a perception check.
Sounds good. Nico's also going to start walking over to Rick as well.
I rolled an 11.
I rolled a 5.
11, 5, 20. 27.
Wow.
That is what I was looking for, Dr. OK. Because as you start to walk over, you look over at that center structural element. Seems to be some sort of a pillar. And Dr. OK, you realize that is some sort of there's like another faint outline of a door there. And there's another keypad faintly into there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well,
Nico's
Are there any open vents or anything on the ceiling, you said?
No, there are. Yes, but none look like they're twisted.
Are any of them missing screws like they were in the
You
other
would need to
room?
go up and look. Do you want to look? I'll say that if you want to look, you can go look.
Here's
Nico's
ready
gonna
to help hack something.
Okay.
Go ahead, Nico.
Nico's walking over to Rick, and he's gonna say, "This furthers my suspicions about our little Yusoki friend, Grath."
Mine too. He is now a suspect on my list.
Nico looks troubled and
Hey,
is
guys.
waiting for other reactions.
Wanna take a look inside this giant pillar?
I would like to secure the
Let's do
room
it.
first.
Is it
Nico
locked?
starts chuckling.
So, Rick, I'll say that if you want to get up and maybe you take a couple crates, move them, stand, and push up one of the grates at the top, it seems like it's similar. Maybe you do it to one or two and you realize none of them have screws.
Yeah, like they're all loose. Like somebody's using this as a travel path.
What do you guys want to do now?
Nico's gonna ask Dr. OK about the thing here, but Kev, what do you want to do?
I want to inspect that. Like I want to be able to get up into that area and see if there's any trails of something moving around up there.
Okay. Go ahead.
So-
So I'm going to say that you probably are able to get up there. You want to give me a perception check?
Perception or survival?
Survival's
5 for
fine.
both. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You don't see any trails. You don't see any of that same residue that's in there.
Is there any pathway to another area? Like this is
Some of the vents
Like it's
do
apparent
go
to-
up. Yeah, like the vents can go up. They clearly connect to other parts of the ship, but you don't see any residue there per se.
I'm torn.
Dr. OK
I-
wanted to know also what weapons were in here. Like, is this somebody's, like, illicit storage locker? Or is it, like... What can I suss about this room in general from my perception check?
It seems like a room that is meant to not be found, and it seems like it has some things in here that, yeah, maybe you wouldn't keep in the general cargo holds of the ship.
Here's wants
Like-
to help
armor?
get into there.
No,
but
not necessarily any armor per se, but
You said
Yeah,
weapons.
what kind of weapons?
there were some weapons. As you look over, you do see that there are two tactical dueling swords that are just kind of sitting around.
What?
Yep.
Oh God, I gotta have one of those.
Now you,
Nico's gonna have one too.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Heerz should definitely have a fucking lance for his
I am a
space
pirate.
cavalier. He's
So,
a
yeah.
pirate.
Exactly.
Yep.
It completes the look.
I quite agree.
Do you guys have like melee abilities?
Yep. Basic melee
Don't-
proficiency.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got a +4 to hit on melee.
All right, look, I'm a pirate. I gotta have one of these swords.
That's fine.
Let's see where you're going with this.
Just
What else are
saying.
you guys doing?
So we're gonna try to see if we can't break into this illicit locker, or at least
Well,
I'm
here's
there with
this-
Dr. OK.
Okay.
I'll help, but I want to quickly
Perhaps
check the
it's
body.
a vault full of gold.
That would
So
be
you all are
amazing.
going to the secret door panel.
I suggest we shut the door behind us and secure this room before we open that vault.
Can you guys,
If there's something...
Yeah, just
Okay.
wait 1 second. Let me check this body real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
does Captain Ramim have any good weapons on him?
God, you are
be
checking
something
Captain Ramim's body.
I am, but I only rolled a 5, so. Anybody want to help?
I mean, it's.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah, it's fine.
We were able
I'll
to
take his initiative
ascertain
to
the cause of
temp
death,
way.
right? Was
Yeah.
force trauma with
Bludgeoning.
the object?
Yes. You could tell that several blows to the back of the head killed him from some of the head wounds.
There's nothing on his person.
So hold on one sec. So you did see that based on how much blood is here, the captain wasn't killed here. The captain was killed somewhere else and brought to here afterwards.
Was there a blood trail in the vents?
There was not a blood trail in the vents. And you can tell that, again, the captain, based on the dried blood from the Adari statue and then from looking here, the captain probably died during the first night of the drift. And you can tell that
We just saw the
is
captain
murder
like,
weapon.
the last 3 hours.
Yeah.
right? Like, it wasn't that long after
Yeah.
we left the bridge that we came down here. It's not like we spent 20 hours up there talking to Lozu. Not to mess up your timeline, John, but
I think it was last episode that I said something to the effect of everything that you see or that I tell you or that you've heard has a reason.
oh shit! The captain's not the captain. Fuck. Sorry, this game really is messing with my head, man.
This is
This
the
is
most
too
creeped
much.
out I've ever been. I haven't genuinely been creeped out
This
until
is
now.
the most giddy / upset and terrified I've ever seen Kevin.
Yeah, this
playing
is
an
no.
Ken is really
This is just the start.
really thanks.
I've been on
He is
edge this
wired
entire
to
game.
11 right now.
Dr. OK and Heerz, you notice that the captain doesn't have anything on their body. If you want to keep looking further to look into the crates and containers and things that aren't just out, that's going to take a bit of time.
Do we want to search the rest of the containers before opening door number 3?
I think I'd rather open the door first.
I think so too.
So, but Rick wants to go shut this door here.
Okay.
Is there a way to open it from inside? I'm sure there is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you can shut it.
Okay. And there's no other doors in this room?
There's the door that is in that. So far with the perception check that Dr. OK did, which was pretty great. I think it was 27. The only door that you found was the one in the center structural area.
Yeah, so like we entered here, there's another one on that pillar,
Yeah.
and there's the only 2 entrances in the room besides like the panels on the roof.
Yeah.
So wherever the door is for this pillar, it's on this side, you said?
No, the other side.
It's up here?
Yeah.
So Rick is going to go move into like a tactical position to where he has a view of that door, but he also has a view of like the roof panels.
Okay.
Actually, probably over this way.
Do.
And he's just going to sit ready with this artillery laser.
Okay, so who is going to open the door?
I'm just going to have some drugs ready.
Drugs ready. Okay.
Magic missiles ready.
Magic missiles ready. Drugs ready. Guns ready.
But we need
Yeah. My
Nico
weapons
to
are ready.
bypass.
So Nico's going to put away one of his blasters so that he can try to bypass with one hand here.
And I will
Okay.
assist.
Okay.
But
so,
Rick is going to note to everybody that, like, I mean, he's concerned, and he tells you as soon as Dr. OK or whatever, whoever said it said, like, yeah, he's been dead for for a day. Rick is going to state, like,
Well,
we saw the captain less than 3 hours ago. And my other thing I really want to say is that, like, I don't think it's a Barkest then, because we know Barkest can shapeshift into 2. That it's not like a Barkest would either eat it to get stronger, or like it can only shapeshift into 2 things. So like it's not a Barkest that is taken the form of the captain, but the captain that we saw is not the captain. And he wants to just make
I
sure
agree.
that everybody hears that. Like this is
What if
this
this
a
is
big
not the
deal.
captain?
Yes. Fucked a lot of them.
Dr. OK, do you want to? I think based on your previous medicine check, if you wanted to follow up with that, you could.
Yeah,
but,
could I?
Yeah, sure. Give me another medicine check, Dr. OK. Go ahead.
I got a 24.
24. You can tell that this is not any sort of facsimile of a captain. This is the real captain. based on the genetic
This
markers,
is the
looking at the
genuine
blood.
captain, just so we are clear. His body must have been disposed here to hide the fact that he has been taken by some doppelganger. I don't know. Could I do a life science check to figure out like what creatures might be able to assume his form as well as be compressible in a ventilation shaft?
Yeah, that's fine. Nick, are you doing that check on the door?
Yeah, I am.
28.
That's going to be a
28.
28 on the door.
28 on the door. You don't even need Dr. Ok's
Yeah.
thing. Dr. OK, 28 would get you. You do know, I'll say this. You're not quite sure, but you're very confident that there are creatures that both can compress and change shape and change form.
And be large enough to be an imposter for Captain Ramin?
Yeah, they can shapeshift.
Yeah.
You're fairly certain. The name at the time escapes you. There's probably just a handful, but you're not quite sure. But you're pretty sure.
Do I know? Do they share
Nico,
any like? Do these creatures that I know about, but specifically like which one are they like in a family or genus? And do they have any attributes or things that like give them away that I could like rely on to relay?
I'll say this. You know that similar to an octopus, sometimes the skin of the creature can change depending on emotional feelings. Nico, as you similarly,
like
this door just slides back a few inches and then slides over. And there is a inner area where if you walk in, it looks to be dusty.
Nico just steps inside as soon as it's open.
Just steps inside. It gets blown to bits. So Nico just did the classic roll 20, moving his pawn, and that is canon. When you move your pawn, you move. You step in. There are low lights here that just illuminate the ground. And as you look over in the bottom left corner of this 10 by 10 little room, there does seem to be a ladder that goes up into the darkness. It is at this time that Rick, give me a perception check.
Fuck.
Oh my god! No! 13.
13. Nico, here's Dr. OK. You are looking into this room. Maybe Nico steps in and here's Dr. OK. I can picture you both like leaning, looking, trying to see what's in there. And Rick,
Nico's doing it traditional tactile style. Both hands cupped on one glass, just kind of scanning.
I mean, I had the Costa Jack just ready.
Yeah.
I'm not inside. I'm outside.
Yeah, but you're all inside of this chamber.
You guys are ready. Heerz has magic missiles going. Rick, you are standing gun mounted on these boxes, and Rick, something catches your ears from directly across from you as you hear the door to the whole room goes and starts to open.
Can I roll a stealth?
And that's our game.
No!
What? No.
Oh my god!
What in the world could be waiting for our players behind this door? I know. And so does every GM who's played the Threefold Conspiracy. Or do they? Did I change the book? Look, being a GM is honestly some of the most fun you can legally have. You get to voice a million characters, design and build awesome worlds, and then try to kill your player characters every session. You are playing the other characters in the world who, just like the PCs, have all of their motivations and desires and wrinkles in their life, and some of whom want to stop or harm the PCs. This is part of what makes the world come to life and be real. So I want you, listener, to consider being a GM, and if you think you can't GM, think again. You can do it, and your players will enjoy it, because the goal is for you and them to have fun. That's totally achievable. If you're worried, look, you will make mistakes. Your players honestly probably won't notice. And you'll have a great time regardless. Trust me. When Kevin first asked me to DM, I had never done it. So, of course, I was like, no way. So then I did DM, and then I decided to be a GM publicly on a podcast that's being released to other people. So find a cool adventure or one-shot, call up your friends, say, let's play. And when you're done, maybe it'll be the next Will Save Wednesday, and you'll find out about that door. See you on the other side.